Today I'm going to talk about a part of the brain called the Reticular Activating System, the RAS. The Reticular Activating System works as a filter in your brain because there is so much going on around in the world that if you were to be processing all of it and be aware of all of it, it would be overwhelming. Your brain wouldn't be able to handle all of that or make sense of it. So in order to make sense of the incredible amount of data, you could call it, the incredible amount of things that are just happening, your brain has a very handy piece of software called the Reticular Activating System that allows you to filter out the vast majority of it and only pay attention to a certain amount of what's going on, which brings us back to what I mentioned in the previous episode called The World is a Mirror, whereby I said that we all see different worlds. We all see a different reality. Like technically that statement could be seen as nonsensical because we are all on Earth. So someone could argue, well, that statement doesn't make sense because I'm here in Amsterdam, at the train station, just like you are, and I see those people, and I see that pigeon who's walking in the station right now. So we see the same world, buddy. I could empathize with that perspective because to a certain extent it makes sense, but on another level it doesn't. And I don't fully understand this, but I believe I understand a part of it, which is what I'm going to explain. Basically, there is a lot going on that you see every day, things that you perceive through your senses, and part of the interference, part of where the roads separate, if you will, in our individual experiences is in interpretation, which is based on our beliefs. So we all draw different interpretations based on things that happen. Let me give you an example. Something like a smile. A smile can be interpreted in many different ways, based on how someone's feeling in the moment, based on, their dominant beliefs, etc. So a smile could be interpreted as this person is friendly by someone, and by someone else, it could be interpreted as this person is making fun of me, based on two different belief systems. Two very different experiences, right? One, this person is friendly, so this person likes me. And two, this person is mocking me. Almost opposite experiences. Like one part, like at a primal part of the brain, the first experience would say this person is a friend. And the second experience, that part of the brain would say this person is an enemy. Two wildly different experiences based on technically the same thing happening. And this is going on everywhere. And what do you believe affects you more? The thing that you see or the interpretation you make based on what you see? Which brings us back to something that was mentioned in the first episode on fear, which is that the meaning you give things is important. And it's something that you have control over. So the reticular activating system is something that will reinforce your beliefs and show you what you believe the world is. If you believe the world is a hostile place, the reticular activating system will do an amazing job at showing you exactly that. If you believe that the world is a loving place, the reticular activating system will do an amazing job at showing you that. The reticular activating system is a just amazing piece of technology, and it's impartial to what exactly it shows you. Doesn't make a difference to it. It's just got one job, one role, one function, and it's just to filter out what your brain considers irrelevant, which would be, for example, if you believe the world is a hostile place, everything that contradicts that is irrelevant to your brain. The brain wants to make sense of the world. It wants coherence. It wants to understand. It wants mastery, to feel safe, to make sense of things, because there's so much going on that if you didn't have this system to make sense of things, you'd be fucking lost. So in order to have some sort of coherence, there is a sort of system in your brain which goes like this. You have a belief, you have a whole host of stimuli, you have a world out there, and then you have the intermediary, the reticular activating system, which is like, okay, this person, John, has these beliefs. There's this world out here. Let me show him that the world is what he believes it is. But consider this. We all have different beliefs, and each and every one of us has this reticular activating system showing us that the world is the way we believe it is to be. Almost 8 billion people in the world today, 8 billion different realities. Who's right? Who's the one who is perceiving things accurately? Maybe none of us are really seeing reality accurately. Maybe all we're seeing is just our beliefs. Like I said in the previous episode, the world is a mirror. I said that the world is a mirror. I said that when you open your eyes, you see a mirror. You don't see the world, you see a mirror. The world, if you will, is inside you. And when you open your eyes, you see a mirror that is showing you what's inside you. It's just that this mirror is this vast material plane filled with objects and people and sunsets and tacos. And what you see out there is showing you what's going on inside you. So you can learn a lot about yourself by examining the patterns in your life. You can ask yourself questions such as, what seems to come easily to me? Maybe it's that you've always done well in school. But not everyone has or does. A lot of people struggle in school. And then ask yourself, what is it that I seem to work really hard at? I really want it, and I always try, but I never seem to get it. You know, maybe it's money. Maybe you've always struggled for money. And these patterns, it's easy to place the burden of responsibility on the world and to say that the world is a cruel place because money, you know, like money is scarce, money doesn't grow on trees, and I wasn't born in the right city, in the right family. The economic times are not ripe for me to make money. It's all about the world. It's all about the external reality. That's what's at blame here. It's easy to do that, but that's also an easy way to never make any changes, because the external world is a reflection of the internal world. So if you have a problem with the external world, perhaps it would be wise to consult the internal world and see what kind of beliefs are there that would be creating the unfavorable circumstances that you would like to change.